Core Factor with Corey Andrew.
This is Corey Andrew with the Core Factor, and we are talking with Vernessa Mitchell, one of my favorite vocalists in the entire world, and I'm so happy she's here with me right now talking.
Thank you, Corey. It's good to be here.
Wonderful. Well, it's great to have you. So we're actually here at Cielo, one of the hottest clubs in New York City, and tonight Vernessa is actually performing some of her hits. Now, she's a Grammy-nominated artist.
Yes.
She's also been nominated for Dove Gospel Awards,
yes.
correct? Which is like, I guess that would be the Grammy equivalent,
yes.
basically. And on top of that, you've been on the Billboard charts more than, most people, really, with your two gospel albums that charted in Billboard, right?
Yes, yes.
But also...
several gospel artists.
Several
gospel singles that have charted Billboard.
Okay.
Praise
wonderful.
God for that.
No, that is wonderful. And at the same time, you also then balance both worlds of then doing work with dance music scene as well, with dance producers.
Well, actually, Corey, what we do, we fuse gospel. My whole mission is to take the gospel into the club scenes.
Right.
Because that's what Jesus would do.
Right.
He would go out to where the message needed to be heard among people that, everybody. And basically that's been my mission around the world. I get letters and emails to people that, your music I used to be on meth, I used to be on drugs,
right.
Your music has been an inspiration, I've changed my life. This is what my mission is to hopefully inspire someone to want to be better, to do good through the music. I'm excited about the new single, Hope.
Yes.
Because Hope, actually, it's a song, with the tsunami that happened in Japan. So many people were devastated. They lost family, they lost everything they had. And so we're hoping that Hope will be a song that will bridge the gap, that will really strengthen people in this time, of loss, great loss to them. And that we're hoping that song will just reach across all global lines.
Yes, well, I can't wait to hear that. I know I've spoken to Jerome about that. That's a song you have with Jerome Farley, correct?
Yeah, Jerome Farley is the producer, yes.
Yes,
wonderful
and we
producer.
love Jerome. He's amazing, and that's going to be a special purpose vehicle project, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
It's like special purpose vehicle. They get it. They get the message. Jack Chen, Psy. These people are so talented. They saw what Jerome and I were doing, and we've partnered together. And now they're pushing the song, hopefully to get global attention.
Right, of course.
So
and there's a video as well. You guys
it's
have
a
shot.
video.
I know.
Yes.
I saw a still shot, and I think I saw like a gospel gown maybe
Yes.
or something. And Jerome was all dressed in his suit. I was like, oh, I want to see that video. I can't wait to see it. So hopefully, I guess when the release happens, we'll all get to see the video.
Yes.
Now, one of the things I wanted to ask you about, which is you pretty much explained it right now with your last answer, but there is always sometimes. People who are singing in the gospel church or are from the gospel background, sometimes they are reluctant to do songs that are considered crossover into a different genre. But I think you balance that well because, as you mentioned, you're not really looking at it from a genre, you're looking at it from the standpoint of a message.
Of a message and of a mission.
Right.
I think that music is universal, and I think that we have a responsibility, those of us, to get the message, because all the gospel means is good news. So what we're doing is we're carrying the good news to everybody, because the Bible said, for God so loved the world that he gave. So he just don't love a certain group of people, he loves everyone. And it's our responsibility to share that love and to share those words of inspiration that he gave us to the world. And that's what I'm doing, hopefully, through my music and through the letters and emails that I get. And I just thank God for Jerome Farley, who has been with me for 16 years.
Yes, he told me you guys have known each other for quite a
oh
while.
God,
and he loves you to death.
Yes.
And I can tell because he really cares about the productions that he's doing with you, because I just hear it when he speaks and when he talks about the projects.
Yes.
And from my own personal testimony, I have to say, I heard you perform live, I think with a song you had done with Junior Vasquez.
Oh, Junior, phenomenal.
Yes, you worked with one of the legends, and that was the first time I had really started going to the clubs.
Yes.
And I heard what was familiar to me as a kid growing up with a mother who sang gospel.
Yes.
And I heard this wonderful fusion of, like you said, of what I knew and the message I loved, but with this different kind of modern contemporary sound.
Well, it's interesting because my music, one of Junior's, producers, was in the studio when I was recording my gospel album with Benson Records, and they overheard the song "Reap," and they said, "Oh my God, we got to get that on the dance."
And Junior loves his vocals.
Yeah,
he respects the vocals
and Junior
too.
actually is responsible. Junior's You know, he is one of the legends. He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's actually responsible for, you know, people knowing about Vernessa Mitchell because he used, you know, my talent and my voice, and you know, we fused together and got the word out and got the message out because of Junior. So
I was actually always curious about how you got started, or how a gospel-based artist does get started. Because I'm always wondering, like, does someone knock on a door and go, "Hey, I heard you sing"? But in a way, that's kind of what happened.
Yeah,
They heard
I
that
was
voice
recording
and-
my song, and they said, "Look, we want to take this to Junior Vasquez," and the rest is history.
Yeah.
From that day on, they just started asking me to write. As you know, I write all my songs.
Okay,
so,
wonderful.
And that particular song, "Reap What You Sow," my mom, who's gone on to be with the Lord, told me to write that song, and I wrote it. And now my dad, we just lost my dad last week, and so, you know, it's been tough, but.
Well, you know, the thing about your music, I will say now, knowing that you are the writer as well, it makes perfect sense because there's always a consistent voice of positivity, optimism, hope, faith, and love. It comes through in everything. For me, my first song I actually heard was "This Joy."
Oh, wow.
I mean, and to this day, it just, I mean,
and you
I'm
seem like you've
speechless.
been to church before, Corey.
Oh, yeah, my
You've heard
family's
"I Get
all-
Joy When I Think About What He's Done for Me."
Yes, of
You
course.
know,
but-
that's a standard
but I didn't
song.
hear it with Junior's, with Razor and Guido behind it. So.
Thank you so much for having me, and I wish you so much success in what you're doing,
I appreciate
and I
that.
thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you
thank
so
all
much.
your fans.
Miss Vernessa Mitchell, I'm so excited to say thank you for stopping by at the Core Factor. Have a great night, and I'm going to be out there cheering and screaming while you're singing, Mama.
All right,
Okay,
thank you.
bye-bye. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
The Core Factor with Corey Andrews.